Alright folks, what's up? This is Han from the Best Fam Outdoor Show or the Combat Fighting Channel.
Just pausing here because Han forgot to introduce me. I'm Ann, and I will also be doing this review.
We're currently in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and it's December. And the last time we came here, it was September. And we did snorkeling that time. But September is a different kind of season. We ran into Hurricane Lydia. That was a bit of a chapter.
It was super hot.
It was super hot to the point where even at nighttime when we did walks in Central Vallarta, my kids were sweating buckets because it was like 36 degrees, right? Right now it's December, close to the holidays, and it's much more cooler, okay? Walking around at night was beautiful. Walking around right now is in the daytime, it's still cooler than it was in September in the nighttime, okay? And look, one thing I want to talk about is the Christmas tree. This is a fake Christmas tree with real palm trees. In Canada, we have the opposite, right? We have fake palm trees and real pine trees. So it's really cool to experience a tropical December holiday. This on this trip, we took a lot of good footage of what we did. We went whale watching. We toured around the Central Vallarta area a lot. We saw the Virgin Mary parade celebration, which is their holiday celebration here.
Yeah.
For the holidays like Christmas and stuff like that. Our Lady Guadalupe, as they call it here. And we basically did a lot of videoing, a lot of streaming. I brought a gimbal. We got good footage. We had a great time. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed the footage that we're going to be posting of that. Everything's going to be amazing for the footage, and I want to just give you guys an idea of what we did, because if you're a family member and you want to come here to hang out, you may want to check out our videos because it gives you a really good idea of what to expect for your money. But one thing I can say here for sure is that the service is great. This place is safe. It's not exactly like a gangster land kind of thing where it's dangerous. You look around, all the family members walking around, and we brought a group of 14 people and we did okay. Mix of kids and old people and young people, right? And that was fine. So that's cool. Now let's talk about where we stayed. We stayed at the Canto de Sol, which is about 10 minutes cab from Central Vallarta, or 20-something minute walk, which is great. And the other video that we did, or the previous trip we did, it was the Rio Jalisco, which is way further out. It's basically zero chance of you walking anywhere. You have to cab out pretty far, rent a car, right?
It would take you about it was an
Half
hour.
an hour to an hour.
No, it was an hour drive.
Yeah. So it's a very different experience, okay? But it's there's pros and cons to both. So we're gonna explain that in our videos. But as a quick summary, Rio Jalisco, much bigger resort, much better selection of food, but you are stuck in the resort.
Yeah.
This Canto de Sol, which is where we stayed this time, smaller resort, less selection of food, but good food, amazing service, but better location, Central Vallarta. So if you want to do things like tour around the city, perhaps this is a better location. But if you want to stay in the resort only with your family and just like lock yourself in for a week, I think the Rio Jalisco is better.
Yeah. And the Rio Jalisco, to tell you star-wise, we think it was like a 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
Versus this one, it was more like
A 4.
a 4 out of 5 star. So there's not that much difference, but I think the main difference is the food. So if you check out the food videos in both the Rio Jalisco videos, which is linked up above, and also the videos that we're going to create on the Canto do Sol, you'll see kind of the food difference. But overall, it was okay. Like, I think the food could have been better. I mean, I wish it was better because we really wanted to go to Mexico because the food was great at Rio Jalisco, so we wanted that kind of same experience. So then when we went to this hotel and we realized the food wasn't as good, we were kind of disappointed. But for the people who'd never gone to Mexico before and then it was their first time here, and then they tried the food at Canto do Sol, they were just like, hey, actually it was not bad. I mean, they did complain maybe one day because we had bad service at a Mexican restaurant, and then when we went to the buffet, there was Chinese food, which was also not good. So that was kind of the only major complaint day. But you'll check it out. We'll create a video, and then you can check out kind of the food choices we had. We filmed as much as we could during breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you'll see all of that. We filmed at the restaurants where you had to have reservations, And with our stay, we had an 8 day, 7 night booking, and we were allowed three a la carte. Is
Yeah,
that what you
restaurants.
got?
Yep.
Yeah, a la carte restaurants where you have to do a reservation, and then you can eat the food where it's like from a menu. It was great service during those times as well, but the food wasn't that best.
Yeah. So let me just explain that a bit more because she's a bit more picky than I am. Okay.
Yeah.
Way more. When I say a bit, I mean like way more. All right. So for me, it was great. There was always hot dogs. There was always burgers. There's always pizza to eat. Right.
Yeah.
But what was different is the Rio Jalisco had papaya, cantaloupe, pineapple,
Ice cream,
all the time, right? Like
dessert,
yeah, dessert.
all the time. Really
Every
good
meal.
dessert. Yeah.
But at the Canto de Sol, the only time you really had good fruit was in the morning, guaranteed.
Yeah.
There were many dinners where they had no fruit.
Lunchtime didn't have that much fruit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the morning, it's guaranteed to have papaya, honeydew, cantaloupe, pineapple, and things like that. So in the morning, you kind of want to load up on fruit.
No, but the Rio Jalisco, it had like um, guava.
Yeah,
It
that
had,
guava.
like, the exotic foods. Like it had like grape,
Yeah, grapes.
and strawberries. You know.
Yeah, things
But-
like that.
But here there was like only 4 selections of fruit, which was cantaloupe, melon,
Mhm.
papaya, and pineapple.
Yeah.
You know.
But mind you,
Yeah.
the Canto de Sol is cheaper.
Yeah.
And it is surrounded by a lot of restaurants, right?
Yeah.
So you can say that it's cheaper, and if you really wanted better food, just go to the restaurants and eat.
Well, it was kind of the same price though because we booked Rio Jalisco in September and that was during hurricane season and we didn't really know, and then we booked it, so it was kind of like it ended up being like 1,200 a person or like 1,100 with insurance and stuff. And this one was like 1,100 a person to 1,000. I don't know, around there. It was the same price, but this is in December, right, where the weather is a lot better and you're not like sweating. It's not humid, and you can walk around. It's like basically around like 22, 28 temperature, so it was really comfortable.
Mhm.
And then at night it was like 21. Like it's perfect, right? That's like room temperature for us in Canada. But then, yeah, and then also we had whale season, which was in December.
Yeah.
Right. Versus
September, you wouldn't see whales.
yeah, versus in September we had the turtles.
Yeah.
Right. So there's different pros and cons to each season, but we found that between going during a time when it's not hurricane season and going during a time where it's like a hurricane season,
Mhm.
we chose like we rather do it in December.
Yeah,
Right?
because I don't like hurricanes, being
Yeah.
stuck in hurricanes.
And then we also don't like the hot temperatures because the kids can't really handle it. And if we do hot temperatures, we're literally like gonna stay in the resort the whole time and not do anything. That's what we learned.
Yeah, so back to the food, okay?
Yeah.
I want to mention that both resorts had good food, okay?
Yeah.
But both of them lost to the restaurants outside. When we went to Sancho Vallarta, I'll show you the videos. We had Mexican food there,
Yeah.
and it blew the resort food away, which is expected. So, which is why I'm saying that if Canto de Sol is cheaper, you can have the option to eat out more, right? And that's fine. So it's really up to you what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right. They did have restaurants to eat, like a la carte.
Yeah.
They both pretty much weren't good, to be honest. Like we tried the Asian restaurant at Rio Jalisco, that was garbage, honestly. I tried the Asian restaurant in Canto de Sol, garbage. When I say garbage, I mean garbage. Like, to give you an example, there's a bowl like this of teriyaki chicken, right? The bowl was half filled with teriyaki sauce. No one does that. Teriyaki sauce should not be like soup in your noodles. So that's kind of why, that's an example of what I mean by garbage. So, and the sushi was filled with cream cheese. That never happened. That should never be a thing. One of the things that these resorts can do is remove cream cheese from sushi and go easy in the sauce. Because all the things they did were like 10 times the amount of sauce that any Asian person would use in their food. All the ingredients were there, but it just wasn't done right? So maybe what they could do next time is use YouTube, consult some Asian chefs. I mean, it would be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But overall, like apart from the Asian restaurant, everything was really good. I'd say service-wise, I'd say Canto de Sol, which is the cheaper one that we stayed at this time in the Central Vallarta area, had better service than Rio Jalisco. Like the people were constantly cleaning. So, for example, if you put a cup down, a service guy would come and take it away. At the Rio Jalisco, it might stay there for like 6 hours.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
Yeah. And also at the Canto del Sol, everywhere we chilled, they would be like, "You want drinks? You want drinks? You want drinks? You want drinks? You want food?" They would bring us pizza, bring us burgers, bring us hot dogs, bring us drinks constantly. When we were just chilling, they'd be like, "You want drinks? Yes or no? Yes or no?" Like constantly asking you. So at the Rio Jalisco, I had to get up and get her food and drinks. But here, they just got it for us.
Okay, so if you're talking about that, like in terms of like the service, there were a lot of people like servicing us in terms of getting us drinks and food, like you said. But the other place, Rio Jalisco, there was really good entertainment.
Yes.
Like,
Okay. Fine.
the
Fine.
people that were like the entertainers there was like top notch. Like it was entertaining. Like we had that, that white party where everyone had to dress in white and there was like dancing. They had like shows, they had dancing, they had singing. It was like way better.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Way better. Yeah.
But to be fair, right, the Rio Jalisco has to make it better because it's designed for you to go there and stay in there.
Yeah.
Right? Canto del Sol, the parties are great, but it's more for like 65 plus.
Yeah.
I'd say, right? It's still fun, mind you. You can see our videos. I had fun, right? But I'm saying it's more for the older crowd, okay? But because it is central, if you wanted to go out and have fun, it would be easy to go and party outside, like in a regular club, because it's near the central area.
Yeah. But that's what we did though. So like maybe 4 out of the 7 nights, we went to take the taxi
Yeah.
to the central Vallarta.
Really
Vallarta.
Vallarta. Maybe I'm saying it wrong too.
Yeah.
But basically, a cab there was easy. Uber cost about 200 pesos approximately, right? But we learned that taking a cab was cheaper. It was half the price, 100 pesos, Mexican pesos.
100 or 150.
Yeah.
I think.
Cheaper than Uber. So in the end, we just kept grabbing the cabs off the street.
And which was a lot easier because you didn't have to wait for like the Uber to like come get you and all that.
Yeah, but the difference is you need to have pesos. Uber just charges my credit card.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, apart from that, everything was great. We had a few issues with our room, but we had issues with our room in the Rio Jalisco too, right?
Yeah. Well, the reason why we mainly didn't choose Rio Jalisco this time around, because we bought like 14 family members, and we were like, no, we can't choose Rio Jalisco because the washroom situation where like there's no door and no
Yeah.
privacy.
We'll show you that.
So we had like a lot of family members that were like sharing rooms, and it wasn't like like a couple or whatever. It was like family members. So then it was like if we brought them to that hotel and they stayed there, they would feel so uncomfortable, like showering and getting ready in the morning. Like we would actually have to leave the room one by one because it's not actually family members. It's like aunts and like nieces staying together, or like like just like Han and I, we have kids that like 2 boys and 1 girl, right? So it's kind of uncomfortable if there's no door covering the washroom. So we were like, no, we can't book that one either way. Like
Either
even
way.
if we wanted to,
Yep.
even if we got a comparable price. So we tried to choose this one, which was really close,
Yeah.
and
So
that was the main factor.
yeah, and that also, it's also why this coverage of this trip is different than the previous one.
Yeah.
This one we had 14 people. The last one we only had 5 people, which is my own immediate family.
Yeah.
So in this one we had to do different things. For example, we went whale watching. I couldn't just go on a. It made more sense just to rent a private yacht and go whale watching versus joining a cruise with the whole family.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was very different. We rented a private boat.
It was so amazing. The whales are so amazing. We saw a clip where like the whale's head, 2 whale head went up like this, and like it looked like they were kissing, and the sun was shining on
Yeah,
them.
it's crazy.
It was like amazing. So we'll show you that, but we'll show you other like clips where we even saw the hand, and then we saw like tails.
Mhm.
Like we saw like I don't know, we saw like probably like 20
I saw a lot of whales.
whales or something.
But
I
okay,
don't know.
so enough about the whales. Another thing so let's talk about things that I wanted to do that I didn't do. There was a tour bus that would take you from 10 in the morning to 4:30, right? Around Vallarta, like Central, Tequila tasting, I think, and the jungle area where the Predator was filmed.
There's no tequila taste.
No, that was part of it.
Oh really?
Where we went was part of it.
Okay.
So basically, my main thing was to go to see where the Predator was filmed because I'm a big fan of Arnold, and I wanted to do the get to the chopper. If he bleeds, we can kill it. Things like that, right? I wanted to do all that stuff on camera, but these guys didn't want to go. But it was cheap because it's 200 pesos a person.
No, or 150 depending on how close to the center you are.
Okay, so basically 200 pesos a person. Hop on a bus, take you on a tour the whole day. I thought that was a good deal. We didn't do it, but I'll probably do it next time.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah, so it is an option to do. Okay.
Yeah.
What else? What else? What else? So the other thing that we did was a lot of beach walking, and that was fine. One thing that was very different about this time and last time is the beach has some crazy waves, like waves that will kill you. You don't want to swim in those waves. Like, I'll show you in the videos. We'll cut it in, but it basically will wipe you out.
Yeah, well, we got to the point where we bought like the floaty things for the kids, so then we weren't that scared. But then they didn't end up using it because they liked the waves. But then when it got too big, we called them in because we didn't want to have them swim in those waves where it like goes on top of you, rolls you, and pulls you in.
Mm-hmm.
We were kind of scared of that. So we did get some beach days. We got like maybe 4 out of 7 or 5 out of 7
Yeah,
days.
it was
of beach.
great.
So
Yeah,
it was still good, but
yeah, so that's the that, right? The other thing that we did was really cool was shopping. That's what everyone does. Bought some T-shirts. I bought these pants for $5 Canadian, US.
no, US.
So about $8. Pretty good. Banana Boat brand.
But
I can be like,
he wants to be Baywatch.
yeah, I want to do it.
He wants to
The
be
Hassel. I
Baywatch.
could be the Hasselhoff. These are the shorts they were wearing. But anyways, the other thing that was really really cool is that this time they went tequila tasting, because her family is a bunch of drinkers, and because we're not bringing kids, we're bringing her older family members because it's her dad and mom's birthday, 70th birthday for her dad, my father-in-law, and 65th birthday for her mother, which is my mother-in-law. They're born on the same day, so basically we took them out for this trip. And these guys sat down at a tequila tasting place and went nuts. They must have took like 8 shots.
No, the guy just kept on giving us shots for like every single tequila drink that he had.
Yeah, there's a lot of tequila drinks. You'll see
Yeah.
in the video, okay? Like, if you're into tequila or drinking, you'll see some craziness.
Yeah, so you can link up in that video up here. But yeah, so what happened was that like they just kept on giving us shots. I only joined in when they gave like the fruity drinks, but the like hardcore, really high percentage tequilas, I was like no. And actually, one of my sisters got sick, and we were thinking it's from the tequila because she got sick like closely right after the tequila tasting.
Yeah. And mind you, it's not because the tequila was bad, okay?
Yeah.
It's because she took too many shots in a short period of time during the tasting.
She drank she drank every single shot.
Yeah, so
like whereas I had like 2 or 3, but she had like 8.
8 shots within an
10.
hour.
Yeah.
In 1 hour, 8 shots. Well, less than an hour, maybe.
Less than an hour.
Less than an hour,
Dude,
8
he
shots.
was just literally pouring, and he's like, okay, one after the other, and telling us all of it.
And I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah.
Not complaining about that. That was great, okay?
No, it was just we didn't expect to try that much tequila.
Yeah, and they were so friendly in the tasting. They said you can finish the whole bottle if you want, but that's crazy. No one's doing that. No one's doing that. You shouldn't do that either.
And what I liked about it, it was free. And then if you would like, you should tip the guy, you know. But then if you buy stuff, you like he'll be even more happy, and then you still give them a tip as well.
Yep.
But we ended up buying a lot of tequila bottles, basically our limit.
Buy 5, get 1 free.
No, it was buy 4 get 1 free.
Buy 5, get 1 free.
Oh, 5 get 1 free. Oh. Yeah, it was really good. Check out that video.
Yeah, and mind you, when I say tequila tasting, it's like coastal side, ocean side.
Yeah.
It's not like you're in a factory. It's like the crazy view, crazy environment. See the video; it's super cool.
Okay, and another thing, that they were telling us too, if you were in the central of Vallarta,
Yeah.
People were seeing like the whales jump in the ocean side, like on the shore, like on the boardwalk.
Mm-hmm.
So even the workers there, they were like, "Yeah, I was sitting here." Like they were sitting there all morning, and like, "Yeah, they just saw a whale jump like 15
Humpback
minutes
whales.
ago." Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. This trip was different. I didn't have to rent a car this time. We just Ubered, taxied, or walked, right? Because everything's within that distance. But the Rio Jalisco was a different thing. I rented a car and we drove further out and around. So after this, we're going to start a series. My kids want me to do it. We're going to call it Adventures in Mexico. It's probably going to be like 12 to 20 episodes because we did so much stuff.
So basically, this video is kind of like just our summary and kind of our talk in terms of our trips to Mexico. So far, we did 2 trips. So it's the Rio Jalisco, comparing the Canto do Sur,
Del Sol.
Del Sol. So we put some clips in the video for you to see. It's a summary. And if you want to check out like the detailed videos, please make sure you click on the links that I put on the top or in the description, and you can see more details that you would like to see.
Any questions or things that you want to know that we didn't address? or things you want us to show you and answer, leave it in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer it or post more follow-up videos to answer those specific questions. I feel like I have a good idea of what to do now with the family and how to enjoy this place. So I think you'll find value in this if you're a family member. It's a super safe spot, right? Like no trouble, kids running around, so it's a good spot to vacation.
Yep, and you will see more videos like this whenever we go somewhere. We'll try to make summary videos,
Yeah.
or we'll talk about the place that we visit. We also have in the channel some RV fixing videos, because in the summer we do a lot of RV trips in terms of where we live. There's like beautiful mountains, so we show a lot of the visitors that come to Canada where you can go if you go to Calgary, Alberta, and like Banff National Park and all those places
All around Canada, basically.
us.
British Columbia, Ontario, all that stuff.
So yeah, but I just wanted to mention too, this is very important. If you appreciate the content, if you like the content, please subscribe, because it does support us and it allows us to continue doing what we're doing. And we really want to provide these videos for you, because for us, we wish like we can have a channel where we can go and we'd be like, oh, okay, it's like a family channel where it's like you bring your kids around, or like you kind of just see what you're expecting, right? Because some of the videos that we watch, there's always something that's missing, or it's not like family oriented, and we're just like trying to watch like multiple videos just to get like the information we need. So we're hoping to provide that for you in this channel.
Yeah, and just so you know, some upcoming things. Next 3 years, we're going to be going to the Philippines and Vietnam and Asia.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to pull some from my archives, which is us living in Europe, where we went around. We went to France too. Got some France footage.
Yeah.
We're going to pull my Europe footage and post it, because we lived in the UK for a bit. And during that time, we went all over the place.
Yeah.
During our honeymoon, we went from like Amsterdam all the way to Germany, all the way to Italy, all the way back.
Prague too.
Prague. I'm saying the route, right? We passed all those things. Austria, Switzerland, everything in between, okay? We stopped. So we have a lot of stuff to post. I hope you guys stay tuned. Please like and subscribe to follow what we're doing. And again, we're just happy to do this because it's fun. My name is Han. I'm from the Bass Fam Outdoor Show, or the Combat Fighting channel, because I do a lot of fight videos. And there's Cody Jerome. He's fighting on One Championship January 10th. He's my guy, my friend. Gonna be doing a lot of posting about that. He's made to the top. This is my wife Anne from the Best Family Show Ever, with my daughter Ella.
Yeah.
And the kids, Lou and Hugo.
Yeah.
And she's gonna post some separate stuff for Ella there from this trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, check it out, and hope to see you guys soon. Remember, like and subscribe, put some comments for any questions, and I'll try to answer it. Okay? Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Peace out, guys. We're going on the plane in an hour, so we gotta go. Bye bye. Oh, what to say? We're going to the airport with a cab that we booked with the hotel, and it's 400 pesos for an 8-seater van, and it was really easy to book. So we're just going to do that route versus 2 separate taxis, which will cost more. But we are leaving in 1 hour to the airport.
Yeah.
And there's a big lineup. Our second group already left, and it took them 1 hour to get everything checked in. Meaning, don't reserve like an hour and a half.
No, do not check into like just like Flair Air, because our airplane was Flair.
Yep.
And like they said, there was only 3 kiosks.
Kiosks, yeah.
Check-in kiosks, so it took them like 1 hour lineup.
Yep.
And then when they got into the kiosk, they checked in and everything, and they didn't even go through security. So they had like less than an hour to go through security and run to their gate.
So you want to do 3 hours minimum, I'd say.
3, even 4 hours, because of the holiday season in December.
Yeah.
They recommend 3 hours for holiday season, but considering the experience of the previous group, the group that left first,
I think 3 hours and a half to 4 hours is a safe bet.
Yeah.
It's good for the heart. You don't want that kind of pressure, especially with kids, right? Things can go wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah. But anyways, that's all I want to add. Hope you guys enjoy the videos we're going to post, okay? Bye-bye.